Okay, hello, ladies and gentlemen, dear aspirants. Welcome to this video lecture series on behalf of Project Sati. I am Dr. Animesh, and today we are going to continue our discussion on the very interesting topic of general exceptions. And today's topic, the subtopic is private defense. Till now, we have discussed various exceptions like insanity, intoxication, and everything, consent, triviality. We all discussed in the previous lectures. But today we are going to discuss one of the most important exceptions and very interesting too. That is called private defense. Now, moving on, the right to private defense, which is a very interesting topic, simply means we all are aware it is also called self defense. Private defense is the legal term, but often it is known as the term is known as self defense. कि आप किसी न किसी के self defense में हत्या कर दे. You must have heard this term. Somebody killed someone in self defense. Now, what constitutes self-defense is a very interesting thing. So, while in this topic, we'll discuss the nature of private defense or self-defense, extent of it, and when it is applicable for the private defense of body, and when it is applicable to private defense of property. Now, first things first, the nature of right to private defense is a very universal kind of right. When I say it's a universal kind of right, it means that the right of private defense is given to us by the very nature. Nature, when I say that self-preservation is one of the most basic instinct that a person has. Every animal has it. Not only humans, but every animal, even plants have some instinct of self-preservation. They always try to protect themselves. The animals you attack a animal, they try to protect themselves. Even the most docile animals have this right of this instinct of self-preservation. Similarly, human beings also have this right of self-preservation, and it is our duty to protect ourselves. Not only duty, but it's a right of every human being to protect yourself from any harm that has come. That is the nature of right to private defense. And the Constitution of India also says that the state shall ensure state has a negative right, let's say, to protect the human to the right of life of every person. State shall not take away the right and personal liberty. It means that the state shall ensure and protect the life and liberties of every individual. If that right is lost, then there's no point of having a government. सरकार को हमने क्यों बना रखा है? इसलिए that the most important matter in every election is law and order. That how the law and order is. Now, which states are most prosperous, which have better law and order? Law and order is something that is very essential. The first thing first, we have a government, not because the government build bridges or they build roads and everything. The first and foremost duty of the government is to ensure the protection of citizens. But at the same time, it is equally true that the state is not omnipresent. Means the state cannot be there behind every person. Do you believe the government? Do you believe that the government will depute a security personnel behind every person? हर आदमी के पीछे एक पुलिस वाला खड़ा कर देना. Do you believe that is possible? The answer is no. It's not possible. It is not possible at all because the state or the government is not omnipresent. So they cannot protect you everywhere. So the state has given the permission, the government has given the permission, the laws give us permission that you protect yourself if you are capable. No, you try to protect yourselves, and while protecting yourself, while avoiding a harm that has come your way, if you harm someone, that is considered as perfectly all right. आप स्वयं को बचाने के लिए किसी और का नुकसान अगर कर दें, जो आपको हमला करने आ रहा है, जो आपको अटैक करने आ रहा है, अगर आप उसका नुकसान कर दें, तो it is considered perfectly all right and perfectly legal. That is why this right to private defense is very important. Private defense is those who have come to attack you, you repel that attack, you harm them. You see, and this right to private defense is a very interesting right. And the historicity of this right is far greater than we can imagine. See, in Ramayana, the Shri Hanumanji went to Ashok Vatika and killed the son of Ravan. Obviously, so if you kill someone, that's a very grave offense. And when Shri Hanumanji was brought to the court of Ravan, he was charged with two primary offenses. One, that he destroyed the Ashok Vatika, he destroyed the property, and two, he killed the son of Ravan, Akshay. So when Ravan said, "You killed my son," so Hanumanji said, "I killed him in self-defense. Jin mohe mara, tin mahe mari." Yani ki I have killed those who have tried to kill me. So it's absolutely not a crime. So that is why Ravana, he was also a learned person, so he knew that yes, self-defense is not an offense. So only he asked the people to torch his tail, because obviously he destroyed that Ashok Vatika and all. But see, that this is how old our system of laws are. This is how old this right to private defense is. So it's very interesting to understand. Then we have that's called extent of private defense. There is a separate video to discuss that. We'll discuss it in private defense part 2. Extent of right to private defense is even to kill someone. A person is allowed to kill someone while exercising right to private defense. So right to private defense is a very interesting right in that it allows you to commit justifiable homicide. Yani ki you murder someone, but it is justified because you killed them in private defense. This is very interesting, extent of right to private defense. Also, there is one very interesting point what I'd like to here mention. The right to private defense is not available only to the extent of preserving one's own body and property. सिर्फ अपने आप को बचाने के लिए राइट टू प्राइवेट डिफेंस होता है, ऐसा नहीं. राइट टू प्राइवेट डिफेंस इज अवेलेबल फॉर प्रोटेक्टिंग अदर्स एज वेल. मीन्स यू कैन एक्सरसाइज राइट टू प्राइवेट डिफेंस इन ऑर्डर टू प्रोटेक्ट समवन एल्स. मीन्स अगर आप सड़क पर चल रहे हैं और आप देखते हैं कि ए नाम का व्यक्ति बी नाम के व्यक्ति की हत्या कर रहा है, and you are capable of intervening, and you intervene and you kill A. In that case, what offense you have committed? Answer is no offense. Not only you have the right to protect yourself, आप अपने बॉडी और प्रॉपर्टी के लिए तो राइट टू प्राइवेट डिफेंस यूज कर ही सकते हैं. यू कैन यूज राइट टू प्राइवेट डिफेंस while protecting your own body and property, but you can also exercise right to private defense while protecting the right and the life and body of others. If you see someone getting robbed, you can intervene and you can harm the robber. If you see somebody getting raped, you should intervene, and if you kill the rapist, you have committed no offense. If you kill somebody who is murdering someone, it's absolutely fine. That is your right to private defense. So that is why the right to private defense, the point is we should encourage good Samaritans, those who will protect others. And that is our culture. If you are in a position of strength, if you are powerful, if you are brave, then your primary motivation should be to help others, protect those who are in need of protection. Even while you are a legal profession, the first and foremost duty of a lawyer is to protect someone who needs defense. Giving defense to a person or representing a client it's a very sacred oath that we take as a legal professional, that will protect people from law, from the might of the state, from the might of the government. Will protect, and especially it is considered very important for us to protect someone who is not capable of protecting himself. So obviously shura tabhi parakhiye lade deen ke hai. Guru Gobind Singh Ji said, yes, if you are a brave person, you will fight for the weak. So the extent of private defense is to protecting anyone who is under threat. You can go ahead and you can kill the assailant, you can harm the assailant, you can protect not only yourself, you can protect others as well. And obviously there are two primary things that you can protect. There is private defense of human body and there's private defense of property. Property is also considered very important, and you have every right to protect your property as well. Even if somebody is not threatening your life, but is threatening your property, you have every right to protect your property as well. Because while it is perfectly all right for a person to not have property, if they choose to become a monk or something, an ordinary human always needs property. So that is why protecting your property is also considered very important. Moving on. Yes. Now, understanding private defense is very important. Number is, who can avail private defense? So the simple answer is everybody can avail private defense. Private defense is a very simple right. Everyone has that right. सारे लोग private defense use कर सकते हैं. And against whom it can be used? The answer is, it can be used against any aggressor. Those who have come to attack you, you can use the right to private defense against them. Or not only you, you can also use private defense to protect others as well, that we discussed in the last, just I mentioned that. So private defense can be availed by anyone. There is no qualification कि आप प्राइवेट डिफेंस कौन इस्तेमाल कर सकता है, सब इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं. बिल्कुल ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है कि पुलिस वाले या ऐसा. Anyone can use private defense, and they can use it against every person who is aggressor. Aggressor के खिलाफ आपका private defense. This is very important. So this is what we understand by private defense. Second point is, this right to private defense is a shield and not a sword. Why I say it's a shield? It means that the right to private defense is available when you are under threat. And this right is strictly defensive. Means you can use right to private defense to protect yourself from harm. But you cannot use it to kill someone, harm someone from who you don't like or you consider you a threat. मतलब सिंपल लॉजिक ऐसा समझिए बच्चों कि जब मेरे सामने थ्रेट आ गई कि भाई नाउ आई एम अबाउट टू गेट हार्म्ड, नाउ आई हैव अ राइट टू प्राइवेट डिफेंस. आई कैन प्रोटेक्ट माई सेल्फ इफ समबडी एल्स इज अटैकिंग मी. बट आई कैनॉट यूज दिस राइट टू प्राइवेट डिफेंस टू गो अहेड एंड हार्म एवरीवन whom I consider a threat to my survival or my property. Suppose मेरे के झगड़ा है, तो जब उसका जिससे मेरा झगड़ा है, जब मुझे मारने आएगा तो मैं खुद को बचाने के लिए प्राइवेट डिफेंस कर सकता हूँ. If I go and preemptively harm that person, suppose you have many enemies or you might have disagreement with many people, but the right to private defense is not a sword which allows you to go and harm everybody with whom you have difference or you believe that they might be a threat. They might harm you in the future. No. Private defense तब है बच्चों जब आप अपने जब आपका खतरा है तो आप उसे टालने के लिए प्राइवेट डिफेंस यूज कर सकते हैं. It's not a sword by which you can harm anyone who you think is does not agree with you. आप उसको हार्म नहीं कर सकते कि सर हो सकता है ये इससे मेरी बहस भी हो सकता है, ये मुझे मार दे तो मैं जाकर उसे पहले ही मार देता हूँ. No, that you can't do. You cannot preempt. Secondly, you cannot use the right to private defense for extracting vengeance. This is not a right to vengeance. Meaning thereby that suppose if somebody harmed me in the past, कोई मुझे पीट गया. Now next day I take 5 people with me and I go and I beat that person black and blue. Now the question is whether I have done this act in private defense. The answer is no. Private defense is not available to extract vengeance. किसी ने कल मेरे भाई को मारा था, मैं आज उसे जाकर के मार दूं, बिल्कुल absolutely not allowed. You cannot harm someone for the act they have done in past. If something that has been done in past, you cannot use your right to private defense because that threat is not. It's a shield. When the harm is there, when the threat is there, you can use that shield. But when the threat is not there, you cannot use that shield. You cannot use it to preempt, means पहले जाकर के मार दे. और एक बार अगर वो मुझे मार कर चला गया, अब अगले साल suppose I get some power and I become a powerful person, I go and I kill him as a revenge. That revenge is not private defense. So private defense is private defense, that revenge is revenge. So it's a shield and it's not a sword. and obviously it is not available to aggressors. अब जब हम कह रहे हैं कि aggressors को available नहीं है, इसका मतलब कि suppose if you have gone or if you have initiated a particular violent conflict, you lose any kind of right to private defense. मतलब मैंने लाठी लेकर अगर किसी को मैं पीटने गया हूं तो मेरे पास राइट टू प्राइवेट डिफेंस नहीं. I cannot say कि sir I went there with a stick to beat him. Now immediately he had a knife. So when I saw his knife, I pulled out my gun and I shot him in private defense. No. You do not have right to private defense if you are an aggressor. Aggressor meaning thereby, if you or yourself, आप अगर bona fide नहीं थे, मतलब आप सत्य पे नहीं थे, you have gone there as an aggressor. If you have gone there to harm someone, then you have no right to private defense. अगर मैं किसी के घर में चोरी करने घुसा और मैंने देखा कि भाई घर का मालिक डंडा लेकर आ रहा है, and I kill that मालिक, and I say कि नहीं sir, I thought that this घर का मालिक will beat me up and will kill me or harm me, so I killed him first. That is not right to private defense, because when you went there to commit an offense, you were the aggressor. तो अगर आप aggressor यानी आप किसी के पर अटैक करने के लिए गए, if you have gone to attack someone, then you do not have a right to private defense. So this right to private defense is not available to anybody who is an aggressor. So only you can defend yourself, but you cannot, at no point of time you can attack anyone. So that is the meaning of private defense. Private defense, you have to keep in mind that you have no right to attack anyone. You have right to defend yourself, and that is it. Okay? And there is no right to private defense against right to private defense. And you have an aggressor. If you are an aggressor, the person in front of you has a right to private defense. And if they're exercising right to private defense, you cannot exercise right to private defense. Meaning thereby, अगर मैं किसी को पीटने गया हूं और वो खुद को बचा रहा है, तो उसके बचाने को के अगेंस्ट मैं राइट टू प्राइवेट डिफेंस एक्सरसाइज नहीं कर सकता. Means if I have gone to beat someone up and they are trying to defend themselves with, let's say, sword, so I kill them in private defense, then I will be a criminal, I will be punished, I will be an offender, I will not have the right to private defense to protect. That is very important to understand. Right to private defense will not be available in favor of me if I am the aggressor. That is the bottom line. Okay? Moving on. Again, a very interesting point, free fight. Now see, we all have witnessed free fight while we are young, especially the boys who are listening to this video. You must, I believe, many of you, overwhelming majority of you have been involved in a free fight at some point of time. Free fight essentially means when two parties who have any dispute and they decide to resolve their dispute by violent means. Violent means मतलब वो कह रहे हैं कि अब भाई चलो लड़ लेते हैं. And both the parties have dispute and they have mutually decided to resolve that dispute by violent means. Violent means मतलब आए लड़ लेते हैं. Like in schools we have to have dispute, in colleges we have to have dispute, and then we say okay चलो बाहर मिलना है ना. बाहर मिलना in the sense that okay, in this place, if in the school we'll fight, we'll both get expelled, so let's see, and I'll see you outside the college. And both the parties, in order to assert their dominance, they call their friends and then there is a fight. That is something what we call free fight. If both the parties are aggressors, it means they have a dispute, and instead of taking legal recourse, अगर किसी आपका झगड़ा है तो झगड़े को निपटाने के लिए आप अथॉरिटी के पास जाएंगे. ऐसा आप खुद से झगड़ा निपटाना तो स्टेट अलाउ करता नहीं है कि ऑब्वियसली इफ यू डू नॉट बिलीव, है ना, वी डू नॉट हैव ड्यूलिंग सिस्टम लाइक और ट्रायल बाय कॉम्बैट. लड़ के झगड़ा नहीं कर सकते. State will decide who is in the right and who is in the wrong. Okay, but if you have actually tried to circumvent that particular logic and say no, we'll fight it out. So if you fight it out, None of the parties have right to private defense, irrespective of the fact that which party attacked first. कौन सी पार्टी ने पहले अटैक किया ये मैटर नहीं करेगा, and both the parties in the free fight will be punished. Neither of them will have any right to private defense. दोनों ही पार्टीज जो कि फ्री फाइट करने के लिए आई हैं, if they have decided, okay, I'll see you in the XYZ Choraha, and then the one party comes with 10 people, another party comes with 10 people, they have hockey sticks and all, and they fight. No. That is what we call the free fight. Similarly, in the case of road rage, sometimes it happens that there is free fight. Both the parties. So, right to private defense में एक होना चाहिए aggressor और एक होना चाहिए victim. And only victim has right to private defense. Means the other party is coming to harm you, but you are not there to harm them. You are there to protect yourself. Then you have right to private defense. If you have also gone there to kill that person and that person also have come to kill you, that's a free fight. So free fight में किसी का private defense नहीं होता, क्योंकि दोनों ही पार्टी अग्रेसर है. Both the parties are aggressors, there is no private defense because that will be considered as free fight. And इसमें पहला डंडा किसने चलाया, पहला थप्पड़ किसने चलाया, पहली गोली किसने चलाई, that will not be a material fact. Either party will not get right to private defense. This is very interesting. Next point is, बच्चों, the right to private defense is not available against lawful acts. Lawful act का मतलब ये है that even if I am harmed and I am harmed in a legal way, I do not have right to private defense. Lawful acts means the authorities are the acts behind which there is some legal sanction. सरकार का, laws का some justification is there to that particular act, then I do not have that right to private defense. Simplest examples, I'll give you 5 examples of it. Suppose a police person comes to arrest me. मेरे ऊपर suppose there is some आरोप. That आरोप might be true or may not be true. But if a police personnel have come to arrest me, then what I am supposed to do? Whether I am supposed to resist that arrest or I comply with the orders of the public authority? The simple answer is I have the duty to comply with the instructions given by that authority. पुलिस वाले मुझे पकड़ने आए हैं, मैं राइट टू प्राइवेट डिफेंस इस्तेमाल नहीं कर सकता. क्यों? मुझे कैसे पकड़ लेंगे, मैं उन्हें चाकू मार दूं, पुलिस वाले. बिल्कुल राइट टू प्राइवेट डिफेंस. Secondly, let's say the police personnel have come for a raid in my house. Why उन्होंने raid कर दिया मेरे घर? Now I have a right to private. Whether I have a right to private defense? The answer is no, because they are lawful authorities. If the ED, CBI, police raids my house, what I should do? I should comply. I should cooperate. That is what I am supposed to do. But if I exercise private defense, there is no private defense against lawful authorities. Suppose I have a house which is, let's say, and here it is not material that whether those people who raided your house, whether you were actually guilty or not. You might be perfectly innocent. Suppose my house is there and the municipal commissioner decides that my house is constructed illegally and they come with a bulldozer to demolish my house. And suppose what I do, I go and I harm the people who have come with that bulldozer. I kill the person who is driving that bulldozer. Whether it will be considered that I have a right to private defense. क्या उस समय मेरे पास private defense माना जाएगा? The answer is no. Because if you have any grievances against the action of the state, जो lawful acts हो रहे हैं बच्चों, उसके खिलाफ अगर आपका कोई भी grievance है, so what you are supposed to do? The answer is very simple. Go to court. That is the most proper way to do things. Go to court. But I don't go to court and I simply say, नहीं, जो है, how you can demolish my house, I'll resist. And lawful authorities के खिलाफ, there's no right to private defense. We recently saw that a ASI team went to survey inside a religious place in Sambal in UP. And people started throwing stone and firing on that police party. What do you expect? You do not have right to private defense against lawful acts. If you have any grievance, you can definitely take it to the court. You ask Supreme Court, you ask High Court to intervene. But right to private defense is not available to against government authorities. Suppose there is an executioner, there is a hangman who is executing a person who is being executed by the state, by the government authorities after there's a black warrant and everything, and it is executed. And that prisoner tries to kill that hangman, that executioner. Whether that will be considered legal, that will be considered right to private defense? No. Even if that person is killing you, you do not have right to private defense because that person is killing you in furtherance of an order of a court. कोर्ट ने आदेश दिया तो आप वो आपको एग्जीक्यूट कर रहा है, आप एग्जीक्यूट हो, कंप्लाई. दैट इज व्हाट इज एक्सपेक्टेड ऑफ यू, है ना? दैट इज समथिंग वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. सिमिलरली, that right to private defense is not available when you are kept in government custody. Government custody में है आप. The people who break the jail, they cannot plead कि sir हम जेल में थे, I have exercised right to private defense. No. The right to private defense is not available against lawful acts. But it's very important to understand that sometimes the authorities may not be acting within the colors of their office. If you believe that somebody is not acting in a lawful manner, in the sense that they do not have the power to do that, their act is manifestly illegal, they are not acting within their power, then you have a right to private defense. जैसे आपको एग्जांपल देता हूँ, बहुत सरल सा एग्जांपल है. अगर आप देखते हैं कि कोई पुलिस वाले हैं and they have come with a sword and they are saying कि हम आपका हाथ काटेंगे, तो do you have right to private defense? The answer is yes. I have right to private defense because I know what they are doing is not within their authority. अगर आपको पता है कि वो बिल्कुल outside the authority काम कर रहे हैं, then you have every right to private defense. Then you have no duty to comply. Suppose I have a neighbor who is a police person, और हमारे बीच में कुछ टेरेस का झगड़ा है या गार्बेज का झगड़ा है, and suppose he comes with a service revolver to kill me, whether I have right to private defense or not? The answer is yes, because I know he is not acting under the colors of the office. तो लॉफुल एक्ट सिर्फ पुलिस वाले कर रहे हैं, गवर्नमेंट एक्टिव अथॉरिटी कर रहे हैं, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि वो लॉफुल एक्ट है. लॉफुल एक्ट होने के लिए वो अपने पावर्स के विदिन काम कर रहे हैं. Means if the police person is doing the acts within the authority of the police officer, then obviously I have no right to private defense. I should comply whatever they say. But if they are not acting within their powers, they are acting manifestly illegally, in that case I do not have a right to private defense. मेरे पास बिल्कुल कोई right नहीं है private defense का. Okay? Now the last point is, when you have time available for legal recourse, there is no right to private defense. In the sense कि जब आपके पास पुलिस बुलाने का टाइम हो, तो आपके पास प्राइवेट डिफेंस नहीं होता. See, private defense, the logic behind private defense is that because the state cannot defend you everywhere, and sometimes getting the help from the government is problematic. It is next to impossible to get proper help from the government at all times and place. It is all next to impossible to have the police authorities available for you all the time. But when they are available, then you are not supposed to defend yourself. You should defer this duty to defend to the police officer. अगर आपको पता है कि आपको प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए पुलिस वाले हैं, तो आपको पुलिस वालों की हेल्प लेनी चाहिए और लेनी पड़ेगी. You cannot use your right to private defense when there is a scope, there is an opportunity to call for help. Now, अब इसमें बच्चों देखिए 4-5 एग्जांपल लीजिए. पहला इंस्टेंस ये है कि let's say somebody threatens me. Let's see, I will kill you. I will kill you. I will come at this time and place and I will kill you. ना, he says that तुम यहीं खड़े रहो, मैं 2 घंटे में आता हूँ. I will, है ना, chop you like anything. What I'm supposed to do? Should I call for backup and I wait for them with even more power? No. I am supposed to go to the police and inform them about that incident. Okay. So the first instance is very simple. If you have been threatened in the sense that somebody is going to come to kill you, you must inform the authorities about it. After informing the authority, if you take some measures for protecting yourself, that is perfectly all right. But you should give the information to public authority so that they can protect you. Somebody has come, suppose the robbers have given you information कि हम आएंगे और आपको घर लूट करके ले जाएंगे. So you should inform the police. It's not that you, okay, let them come and I will keep certain snipers. मैं snipers लेकर खड़ा रहूंगा, बिल्कुल पे आने दीजिए. I'll kill them on my own. No, it's not a spy movie. You have to inform police if you have received credible information or threat. You see, there are many news that comes that this celebrity has been threatened, this celebrity has been threatened. So they can hire a private bodyguard, but still inform the police, because that is the legal obligation that you have, that even if you have time to approach the police, then you definitely should approach. Let's take a second instance when suppose somebody is coming to harm you and you are right beside the police station. You should go and you should seek help from a police person. Suppose somebody is trying to kill you and you are running and you see a police person. Now, generally, the instinct is also that you will immediately approach that police person and you will try to get help. So, when there is time available for legal recourse, sometimes it might be the case that you do not have that time. You should have to respond immediately. So, when you are in a position when you have to respond immediately, in that case, you can definitely use right to private defense. But when there is a time, when there's time available, when the threat is not imminent or the threat is imminent, even if it is imminent, the threat is of such a nature that you can take the help of the police person, then you can. Okay, so when there is time available to take legal recourse, you should take legal recourse. One additional point in this is that suppose you have time to escape, then whether you should escape or you should try to exercise private defense. Now the law says that you can choose. If you choose to escape, that is fine. But even if you had time and opportunity of escape to avoid that danger, but you chose to exercise right to private defense, that is perfectly all right. What we are not a retreat jurisdiction. भारत में आपको retreat करना पड़े ऐसा नहीं. Do not retreat. Stand and fight when you can. That is something very important to understand. Stand and fight when you can. There is no legal or moral obligation on any of us to stand there to run away when we see a threat. हम लोग वीरो महाराणा प्रताप country we have. We'll fight. With Shivaji's country, we'll fight. Not run away. We do not run away. We fight. And if I kill someone who is trying to kill me, that is perfectly all right. And the law will not ask me that why didn't you run away? You fight. But obviously, if I have an opportunity to inform police, then I should do that. And that is something very important. You should not try to settle the scores on your own when you have the right to approach the legal authorities. That is the basics of private defense that we have discussed today. The more details about it will come in the next class. Thank you for patient listeners. If you have any doubts, if you have any doubt, let me know. Obviously, if you have any doubts, please reach me at animation@mpinu.lu. Thank you so much. Keep learning.